Hello, Bex and Henry here, and welcome back to Xbox On. Now, you might have noticed that there's a pretty epic sale on right now over on the Xbox Store, aptly named the Ultimate Game Sale. There's a whole host of discounts on literally hundreds of Xbox games, so we're highlighting the best of the best. And just in case you missed it, we've already released another video that runs through some of the greatest shooters, RPGs, sports, and fighting games that are on offer right now. And remember, with your Xbox Game Pass or Xbox Live Gold membership, you'll actually get an additional 10% knocked off the base discount. So there's never been a better time to sign up. Anyway, let's get straight to the good stuff and take a look at those deals.
If you've grown a little tired of your current surroundings and are pining for a trip to the sort of vast landscapes that only gaming can provide, then an open world title might just do the trick. Featuring more square kilometers of map space than your eyes can believe, it's easy to become absorbed into these mighty games at a miniature cost. Sporting a Herculean 70% off, you'll not want to miss out on a Greek excursion in Assassin's Creed Odyssey Deluxe Edition. Taking that signature stealthy style and blending it with impressive melee combat has really elevated the franchise to new heights. Not to mention that this is the most gorgeous entry yet. Views of the many beautiful vistas of ancient Greece really tie together an engaging campaign that is supported by some well-executed RPG elements.
Or you can opt for the slower pace of the Wild West and join Arthur, Dutch, Bill, and the rest of the gang for a spaghetti western like no other. Xbox Live Gold and Game Pass Ultimate members can take 55% of Red Dead Redemption 2 and saddle up for riches and glory. Serving as a prequel to the Xbox 360 title, it'll be hard to pull you away from this blockbuster story, and even tougher to beat the expansive Red Dead Online multiplayer, which just keeps getting better and better.
Hurtling a few years forward again into a not too distant vision of San Francisco, our last stop on our open world adventure takes us to Watch Dogs 2 Gold Edition. At a fifth of the usual price, this is an insane deal that'll get you hacking, splicing, and causing mayhem in the Bay Area in no time. Join a vigilante group called DedSec and expose the corruption in the city the only way you know how, by hacking systems, cameras, and tons of environmental objects to get the job done.
I'm here on Jedi business.
Jedi are dead.
Not all of them.
Our next set of discounted titles can hardly be called a snooze fest. Action games very much do what they say on the tin. You can expect high-octane combat, fast-paced flurries, and death-defying feats aplenty. In saying that, the next game is notorious for just how tricky it is to avoid the swing of Death's Scythe. A series that prides itself on how punishing its combat can be, Dark Souls has earned its place in gaming history as the Dark Souls of Souls games. This particular discount is a sinister 75% off Dark Souls 3, letting you indulge in one of the finest action RPGs of the generation. You'll have to be quick on your feet to dodge attacks and time your swings to perfection to avoid yet another humiliating death. But don't worry, practice makes perfect after all.
Sharks are one of nature's greatest predators, but for a change, we're going to take a chunk out of them. More specifically, a 20% sized bite out of Maneater's price. This is the first time this Shark PG has gone on sale, so if you've always dreamed of reenacting a Jaws film, but wanted to give the fishy a fighting chance, then this game is perfect for you.
The Force may be strong, but this final action game deal is stronger. Become the Jedi you've always dreamed of for half price in Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Unlock more powerful skills and travel the galaxy with some of the most acrobatic and fluid combat we've seen in a Star Wars title. If you've got the itch to dip into this franchise ahead of Star Wars Squadrons, now is the perfect time. And if that somehow isn't enough of an action-packed injection for you, then why not break out the knee pads and slide around in Vanquish, which also comes bundled with Bayonetta for 40% off. There's also some stealthily inspired open world action from the Metal Gear universe, as Metal Gear 5 Definitive Edition has a solid 40% discount. Finally, if you also desire some spooky dealings in Raccoon City, the brilliant remake of Resident Evil 3 is yours for just 60% off the asking price.
Survival of the fastest. No prizes for second place, but standing out means becoming a target.
If life on the road is your desire, then you'll be glad to hear that we've a selection of speedy titles that will have you going from 0 to 60 in a flash. There's something for everyone here, but we're going to start with one of the genre's highest rated entries. Forza Horizon 4 is one of the best racing games of the generation, maybe ever. It's also on Xbox Game Pass, so if you've got Ultimate to make the most of this sale, you can play it at no extra cost right now. But one thing that will make your experience even better is the Ultimate Add-ons bundle, and you can grab it for 60% off in this sale. This includes a ton of car packs with everything from Formula D racers to James Bond's Jag. But more importantly, it includes 2 massive expansions, the off-coast adventures of Fortune Island and LEGO Speed Champions, which lets you brick the game, in a good way.
As for our next racer, the secret ingredient is crime. Illegal street racing, to be specific. Need for Speed Heat lets you enjoy the sights of Palm City at both day and night. Hustle your way while the sun is up and tear up the asphalt at night. Dodging a rogue police force in souped up cars from over 30 iconic manufacturers. If that sounds like a little bit of you, it can be yours for up to 60% off.
That last one sounds a little serious, so how about some arcade-inspired fun with Onrush at a huge discount of 80%? Rather than avoiding a run-in with the law, you'll be chasing big collisions to knock your opponents out of the race. There are customizable vehicles, each with their own abilities and stats to choose from, plus a huge variety of game modes to compete with or against your friends online. There's 3 more great titles vying for position on your next up list of racing games, but if you can squeeze a couple more in, you may want to have a go at Project Cars 2 for 85% off, or Ride 3 if you're more inclined to speed along on 2 wheels instead of 4. You can grab that one for 80% off.
Okay, our final category is another sprawling one, collected together all the games where you don't directly control one character, but sit above it all. Sims, strategy, god games, whatever term you prefer, these are all solid gold bargains. The Sims is always great, we know that. But there's one thing that can make it better: expansions. There are a ton in this sale with between 25% and 50% off, letting you take your Sims to university, a tropical island, or onto the Hollywood A-list. But there's one expansion you simply have to play. That's Cats and Dogs. This adds cats, and surprisingly enough, dogs. But this basically introduces a whole extra layer to the game, from training and building up relationships with your pets to look after them when they're poorly, which opens a whole new career path where you can open a vet clinic and run your own doggy version of Theme Hospital. And best of all, in this sale you can get Cats and Dogs bundled together with the base game for half price.
Or if your animal of choice is a little more prehistoric, how about 65% off Jurassic World Evolution? This game comes from Frontier Developments, the master of theme park and zoo management sims, but the addition of dinosaurs makes things a little more complicated because you're not just dealing with where to put attractions and how to balance the needs of your visitors and staff, you're also having to worry about visitors and staff getting gobbled up by the attractions. You might just end up with a new appreciation for John Hammond.
And sticking with the theme of Jeff Goldblum movies, XCOM 2 is down to just a quarter of its usual price for Xbox Live Gold and Xbox Game Pass Ultimate members. I know what you're thinking. Jeff Goldblum? Well, the first XCOM was a bit like Independence Day as a strategy game, as you led a squad of elite troopers against an alien invasion. But unlike the film, things rarely went well. So much so that the sequel picks up in one of the timelines where you hit game over rather than succeeded. So now it's time to bring down your new alien overlords with the help of upgradable, customizable troops who can die permanently at any time. You can even name them after Will Smith and Big Jeff's characters if you like, just don't come crying to us when they get taken out by a laser blast. Strategy sim games is a very broad genre, but if you're more into building roads and districts, there's 75% of Cities Skylines, a great game that's also on Xbox Game Pass. Or, if you just want to be the dictator of your own island, check out Tropico 6 for half price.
Wow, that is a lot of deals. Let us know down in the comments what you're going to be grabbing from the Ultimate Xbox sale, and don't forget to smash that like button. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye!